What's poppin', everyone? Welcome to another episode of Remember When. My name is Jose. With me today are my boys Amir and Johnny. Say what's up, guys.
Yo, man, what's good? I hope y'all have a fantastic day.
What's up, y'all?
Yo, what's up, boys?
Damn. Pretty good, man.
Really?
Yeah, bro. One of my favorite games that ever came out, Dragon's Dogma 2. I mean, it's probably, by the time this episode comes out, it's already been like a month. But, man, I mean, don't you love it when you get a game and you're like, man, I could go goblin mode. All-nighters. I'm doing it. I love this game. It's beautiful. Finally did it. But as I grow older, the more I realize, damn, I can't really do that now. It's not good for me.
Yeah, I don't be playing video games like that nowadays. Like, I barely even have the time to, like, do what I need to do, you know, as crazy as that sounds. But, I mean, I'm glad you can. I'm glad you can appreciate that. I mean, I'm more so spending my time, like, I'll watch... I'm fortunate I do a hybrid work schedule, so I am able to like turn on a show in the background. And sometimes I just straight up just be ignoring my job and just be staring at the screen and be like, yo, this show kind of fire. Like I did that with the Avatar: Last Airbender on Netflix, the live action, which is pretty solid. For all you people hating it, like why? I don't understand. They expect to be like a carbon copy of like the cartoon. Like why would it be that? You know, it's like if it was gonna be a carbon copy, I don't want to watch it. Like I really don't.
That's what I'm saying. But like I can understand why people don't like it, but a vitriolic hate, like this is total dog shit. All the actors need to die. Like, nah, y'all going too far at that point. It's like if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I can understand why people might like it because it's different. It's actually it's live action. Some people just don't like watching cartoons for some reason. You haters, like maybe they just prefer the live action style. But personally, I prefer the cartoon. It's a better show. I saw some of the live action. It's like it's cool. I'm not gonna fuck with it, but I'm not gonna like hate it. It wasn't completely awful. It's not the Shyamalan movie. Like, it could be way worse. It be called like Ong. It could be Ong, Soka, like that. Nah, that ain't it.
You know what I think that's like? It's like if you guys have watched the OG Star Wars and then you've watched the Clone Wars. Clone Wars is obviously fire and everything, but you can't have the Clone Wars in the real life. There's going to be certain misses in translation. I think with Avatar, I love like the recent iteration. Fuck the movie. I don't even... That's like the original Dragon Ball movie. The live
Dragon
action.
Ball Evolution.
The shit that the man apologized for after my man died. Like, crazy. But like, Avatar was funny. And a lot of it was because of the cartoony things and all that stuff. And that doesn't translate well into real life. Like imagine like I don't know, like someone from an anime acting like that in real life. Right. It'd be weird.
I mean, we've seen that. There's some live action anime remakes that some of them are kind of okay. Some of them are like ass. Other ones are not that bad. There was one of them I watched a while ago, Rurouni Kenshin. It had a really good like live action movie. Some badass fight scenes. I'm like, damn, this is what we could get? Damn, we need more of this. Like, I didn't even think the Yu Yu Hakusho, the live action remake, was pretty good. Well, it's not good. It's just like, it was pretty cool. I like how they actually made it, not boring. Like, they actually made it dynamic. The fight scenes were like, it felt like an anime. It feels like a live action anime. It doesn't have to be a complete anime, but at least make it like feel like a live action anime. Make it dynamic, make it cool, give it style. That's all I request.
Yeah, with the Yu Yu Hakusho one, I think we've talked about it before, but like it's very difficult translating a lot of the stuff from the anime onto live action. It really is. But they did, they changed up the narrative slightly while being, still retaining some material from the source, and they did their thing. And honestly, that's all I can ask of a live action. It's like, still be relatively faithful to the source material, but take some creative liberties. Like don't rehash the same exact story to me. Like I don't want a carbon copy. I don't know. That might be maybe just a me thing, but like if you're giving me a carbon copy, why wouldn't I just watch the original? Exactly. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. So, but yeah, I feel like that one's good. I like the Cowboy Bebop one. The Avatar: Last Airbender one's good. One Piece is good. Like they're doing a pretty decent job. There's definitely. It's not to say that any of them don't have any flaws because they definitely do. Like I have a few gripes with the Avatar: Last Airbender one. Like Katara, I'm not gonna lie, didn't like it. Wasn't a fan of her character, but I think it's like not necessarily the actor's fault. It was just the writing, how she was written in the live action, is that she seemed very still, and I'm like, I'm not a fan of that. Not as like a dynamic portion of the team as it was in like the cartoon. But it's all good. We're on to bigger and better things like X-Men '97 finally out. stellar stuff.
It's good because I still haven't watched it. It hasn't hit on my favorite websites yet.
Oh my gosh!
I at least watched the first episode.
I haven't watched it yet, but it sounds like from what you were saying, I'm glad it's good.
Yeah, I won't spoil anything at all because this is one of those shows that like I firmly believe you need to go see yourself. Like, you know, just come in as blind as possible. I think that this is like one of those shows where like it's good to come in blind. Even if like ideally you should have a background with the animated series, but like if you don't, it still guides you along enough where you aren't entirely lost. And honestly, it raises up a lot of new plot points, which, you know, even if you did watch the previous series, you're just as lost as somebody that has, you know, watched the new or the previous series. So it's just excellent animation, excellent storytelling, drama, character development, just everything about it is it's 10 out of 10. Honestly, I just watched the episode 3. My God, man!
Comes out every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. Oh, bro, I'm like itching for another episode. It's so bad. It's so bad. I haven't felt this way like in a while for a show. Even I've watched like I don't know if you guys are caught up on like the Bad Batch or any of the like Star Wars shows.
Not Bad Batch. I'm caught up on like the older Star Wars shows.
Oh, okay.
Older, you know, like
Clone Mando Wars. And all that.
Yeah, Mando.
Clone Wars, Bounty Hunter, all that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For those shows, I was excited for new episodes to come out, but like not in the same way I am for this show. In this show, I'm like, yo, give me another one right now, please. But it's cool because it's been a while since I felt this anxious for like a new episode for a show or for a weekly show. Because like to me, it just kind of brings it back to like childhood. You know, the only thing that I do have to say is a missed opportunity with them. Why wouldn't they just put new episodes on Saturday mornings? No, because it was a Saturday morning cartoon. So just put it on a Saturday morning.
Well, I mean, I guess you could pretend to be like, hey, look, a new episode.
Nah, when that shit is dropping, I'm watching it, bro. I'm watching it.
I think the thing is as well, like I forgot what I was listening to. I think I was listening to a Dana White interview or something like that, the guy that runs UFC.
Yeah.
And his thing always came out on Saturdays. And his thing was like, I have to compete with every other person that's coming out on that Saturday as well because I want the most attention at that time. But I think it's smart that they dropped it on that day because if you're a nerd, you definitely going to check out on a Wednesday after you get off from work, the new episode of the X-Men joint. Because Wednesdays are good days for me. I work late Tuesdays, but then once Wednesday hits, perfect time.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the weekend, if you already searching for that, they know their audience, I think.
For sure.
But also, it probably would be better if you're trying to expand it, but I also don't know if they're trying to do that.
No, like I said, to me, it's just like just nostalgia speaking. It's not like truly a missed opportunity. Like I think like that they could tell me it comes out like, you know, Thursday at 12 o'clock. And you know what I'm going to do? Thursday at 12 o'clock, I'm going to take my lunch break and I'm going to watch that shit. You know, like they could drop it at like whatever time they want. If they want to do it at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I promise you people stay up to do it or to watch it, or they will watch it first thing in the morning, you know? So
that's how
it doesn't matter what they do.
That's how I am right now with Invincible. Invincible finally dropped season 2 part 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be the next 4 episodes. Right now, I think they well, by the time this comes out, it's probably already over because I think it's only 4 episodes coming out. But every Friday at work, I always get some Wawa. And then once lunch break hits, I'm like, all right, where's that new episode? Let's go. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you say, for Saturday mornings, it's like, oh, but like, you want it at that perfect time, that perfect moment. I always wait. I'm like, yeah, it's got to be that perfect time, that perfect moment. Then I'll watch it. And then I feel like a kid again, like just watching my favorite thing, something I've been looking forward to, and it just feels good. This recaptures that feeling.
Absolutely. That's how I felt when season 1 was coming out for that show.
Mm-hmm.
I literally, that's exactly how it was for me. That's literally how it was. But yeah, I actually just finished rewatching season 1 because I was dropping the ball. Like I'd watched like the first episode of season 2. I was like, I need a refresher. So like I went back through season 1 and now I'm back on track for season 2 and I'm gonna like just binge watch all of that. But yeah, good timing too.
Perfect, man.
Yeah. God, I just like that show. So
still
freaking
remember
good.
Fucking going through the horrors of college and being stressed as fuck, hating myself. But then once another episode dropped, I was like, I'm gonna get some Korean, sit down. Ooh, we good now. Get some liquor. We eating good tonight, boys. Good. It was always a good time. It's always those times where you gotta like treat yourself. Watch something good.
So this is kind of off topic, but since both of you guys are Rutgers boys, what is the best Rutgers food? What's the best food place out in Rutgers?
I mean, there was a Korean spot that I went to religiously. I love Korean. Korean's really good. Like, man, we get some good ass rice, some good ass motherfucking chicken. God, I love it. I love it. I want to go back.
Was it affordable too?
It was really affordable. Like it will give you big portions. That's what I love about the most. It was big portions. Probably cost around like $13 for the meal. And I'm like, dude, this covers me for like lunch and dinner. I'm good. Like it'll be more than enough.
Yeah, $13 for like 2 meals of the day, like in one. Yeah, that's actually that's value right there.
It's good
that's
value
because that's what we do.
Most of like you remember the it was like the pasta joint nearby. It would give you like pizzas and there was like some pasta.
Are you talking about the one that's attached to your building?
Yeah, there was like that exact one.
It was like a regular Italian joint.
That joint
that's
sucked.
just connected like right there, but it's like convenient. Like there was a 7-Eleven connected along with the Italian. We went to Rutgers, New Brunswick, just for context. I couldn't recommend a single spot, but College Avenue is one of the primary campuses, along with Bush, Cook Douglas, and Livingston. College Ave is where all the frats are, but that's also where you want to be. So if you're in like the main hub, like where the student center is, just go behind, if that makes sense, because you'll land right in the middle of the street. You just go behind the frat houses, and it's a whole market road. That's where you'll have like it was a Stromboli spot that was very famous over there. There was a Chinese/Korean spot where I think you would pay like $10. And I'm talking like a plate the size of my head is filled to the top with like rice. No, it was like full on fried rice with meat in it. And then you could have whatever protein, and you could have like a boba tea in it as well. Full of bars, tattoo shops. And then if you go further down College Ave, then you have the Starbucks. And then there's literally a whole road dedicated to where they'll have festivals that is primarily designed for food, where they'll bring out like, I think, Mexican stuff. They'll bring out Asian cuisines. There's a bunch of weed shops there now too. I recently went because my guys had come from Hawaii and they wanted to travel to New York, so we hit up the train station near there.
It's probably booty ass weed though. Definitely booty ass weed.
I don't get weed.
No, it's definitely booty ass weed.
I'm gonna take your word on that. I'm assuming it's college friendly budget.
New York scanned me, so I assumed every city is garbage.
New York scammed you.
New York scanned me.
Oh, okay. Well,
New York is just expensive.
Do you want to elaborate on this story?
Yo, literally, because it's legal. I don't give a shit. They give me something like the size of this. Like, it'll say it's like the size of my finger, and barely even the size of my finger, because some part of it's the filter. 25 each. I'm like, okay, that's got to give me something. Keep in mind, my tolerance is pretty stable at this time. Like, I could get blazed off simple shit. I smoked both of them. I didn't feel shit. I didn't feel nothing. I spent $50 for nothing. I'm like, man, I could have just spent that 50, got some dual Hennessy like fucking bottles and just chugged that shit. And I probably would have had a better time.
Wait, you said you bought two, so 50.
I bought two, 25 each. 25 each.
Okay. At first I was like, oh, it's not a bad loss. I was like 25, but no, 50. Ugh.
The first one, I was like, I don't feel nothing. Let me do the other one. The other one didn't do nothing either. I was like, dog, this is stupid. Fuck Weed World. Pieces of shit. I'm calling you out right now.
I hope the logo was like... I thought it was a fake store. I didn't know it was real.
Nah, it was real. They had a Somalian dude as a bodyguard, and he was like, he pulled up to me, he's like, yo, I served in the war, and it was pretty tough. I was like, why are you talking to me about this? I mean, I get it. I mean, you're probably a cool dude, but why are you pulling upon me of all people? I just came to get a blunt. That's all I want.
I just picture the logo being like one giant bud with like a smiley face on it. Weed World.
Get scammed out.
Come get a ride.
Crazy. So the other big nostalgic thing that is happening in 2024 is, well, actually, there's a lot of good stuff, but one of the biggest ones right now is the new Beetlejuice movie is coming out. Have you guys heard about that?
I forgot about that.
They're doing a Beetlejuice too.
I mean, I love Beetlejuice.
It was just called like Beetlejuice.
So what, the new one?
Yeah,
it's literally just called Beetlejuice 2.
Oh, okay. I thought they called it like Beetlejuice. I thought I read like an article or something, but never mind. I thought they were being clever.
Yeah, have you guys? So you guys haven't seen the trailer, then I'm assuming.
Nah.
It's actually it's only like 1 minute, and it literally like spoils nothing in the movie, but it is pretty dope. So like Beetlejuice comes out, and he's just like, the juice is loose, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of a fire line. The juice is loose. I was like, that's gonna be plastered everywhere. I already know it.
The juice is loose.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a wild tagline right there.
I love trailers like that because right now I feel like all the trailers I see, I see the whole movie.
Oh, 100%.
I see the whole movie.
100%.
I wish you just cut it like 15 seconds. Bro, I know you're trying to capture my attention and all that, but fam, like, why do I see King Kong with the Thanos gauntlet? Leave it out, bro. Leave it out. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
That's why I don't bother watching trailers.
Why do I see
ever.
pink Godzilla's scales, bro? Like, that's too much information.
Trailers
The nerd in me is going to try to find out what it is.
And you know, what trailers need to do is what Marvel did for Infinity War. Yo, because like, I don't know if y'all remember the first trailer that came out. It was epic, big. And I was like, damn, this is like some hype. And like that trailer, even looking at it, still gives me goosebumps. I was like, damn, it's good. But they purposely misled people. Like, it was like the final shot where you see Captain America and Hulk and like all them dudes running, but it's like that shot never existed in the movie. Like, they literally did that to mislead you. And I love that. Like, do that, because like, get me hype for on some fake shit, and then once the movie comes out, then show me the real deal. Don't spoil like everything in the trailer. Y'all just fucked it up.
Give me some deleted scenes. Throw that in the trailer.
You know, that's a good point. Do that.
Yeah.
Give us some deleted scenes and don't show it. And just don't show it in the movie. Come on.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Mr. Marmer from RV.
I remember that, man.
Bro, I remember in film, they were like, "Oh, take a movie and like redo it so it's something else." And I redid like Pirates of the Caribbean into a horror movie, because the whole beginning where you got the dude being picked from crows and shit, I just put some horror music over there, made it flash in and out and shit.
Damn, that's funny.
I'm sorry, I just pictured Jack Sparrow running away like this.
I would not. No.
That's all I was picturing in your
All you
horror
gotta
movie.
do is like the first images of like the pirate crew coming out as skeletons, the guy screaming while he's getting the crows picked, shackles and chains and the dirty scene. That's it. That's all you need
mess
for a
with the
trailer.
color a bit, make it a little desaturated. Boom,
Yeah.
you're good.
That's actually a pretty good idea, like picking that movie and translating it into that. Yeah, that's actually a really good one. That's pretty
I wish
solid.
they did that, where like the trailer was just something 180 to what it actually is. That'd be so hard. I'd respect that so much.
Could you imagine for like musicals, the trailer was just like an action scene?
I remember there was a movie that was like marketed as horror, but then it got like, but it was actually just like a comedy. Maybe I'm thinking of like Tusk, or maybe it was like a comedy that was like disguised as horror. It was something like that, but yeah, like exactly what you said. They gotta do that. Do that more. Make it like a romantic comedy, but then make it like a horror movie. That'd be funny as hell.
That'd be great.
Adam Sandler in like 51st Dates or some shit. Just make it like a slasher flick.
What was that horror? The comedy version of horror movies that always came out.
Scary movie.
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Make the new Scary Movie.
What number did they stop on for those?
5.
It was 5?
It was 5?
Mm-hmm.
I thought them niggas went to 8 like Fast and Furious.
Nah.
Here's the thing. That's probably one of the few franchises that like could do that. You know what I mean? Like because like you don't need continuity for like any of them.
And there's plenty of new horror movies or characters.
100%.
And plus, there's plenty of people with nostalgia for the old movies, so they're gonna be like, "Oh, we gotta go watch this one, even if the quality's ass." Like they gonna watch it. They gonna watch it anyway. Nostalgia. You know what? I remember reading a report about like the 5 most powerful drugs. You got meth, heroin, jankum. You got whatchamacallit, speed, and on top of that, on number 1 is nostalgia. Nostalgia is a powerful drug, bruh. It'll they go some good ass blinders.
Just right there, man, right there.
They'll blind people, bro.
That was a roller coaster. I don't know where the fuck you were going with that for the hot second. I ain't gonna lie. I was like looking around like, what's going on?
The 5 most powerful drugs are.
Me personally, I like to.
But I'm real. That's real though. Nostalgia's powerful, bro.
Yeah, meth and nostalgia in the same sense. Pretty crazy. But no, that is facts. That is facts. You know, it can blindside you or make you just ignorant to like certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
people will say like, "Oh, this movie's fire." No, it ain't.
Nah,
shut up. It ain't. I know you haven't gotten a new movie in 30 years, but shut up. I know it ain't. But it's not that good. Please.
Original Skyrim don't look good. That's nostalgia, brother.
That's a nostalgia talking.
How many games has that happened to you where you thought like in your mind you're like, bro, this game looked crazy? I think the last game that happened to me was Ratchet and Clank Deadlocked. I remember we were in Hawaii. I rebought it, played it, and I was like, the graphics are nothing what I thought it was in my head. Still a good game.
Oh, definitely still a good game. But those ones, they're kind of rough because like there's so much exploding on screen that sometimes you'll be like,
I remember going back to the first Infamous on PS3, bro. When you got me that PS3, I was like, yo, I gotta get Infamous. That was my shit back in the day. Got it, and I was like, oh god, like, it looks good. It looks fine for an early PS3 game. But then I come back, I'm like, oh wow, this is like Sly Cooper animations where dudes going like. Like it's stiff as hell. But as a kid, I was like, yo, this is a movie. This is a movie I'm playing right now. But Infamous 2 did improve on that. But it's happened to a lot of games. A lot of PS1 games I could see, but a lot of them did have their own style. If a game went very realistic with their art style, they aged the worst easily.
Yeah,
easily. Because if you like watch a Beautiful Joe, I don't know if you've seen
Beautiful Joe. Yeah,
a game like that has an art style, and that's timeless. You can never.
Yeah, that's cell shade like art style. Like you could. That's universal. You know,
that'll never age. It'll age like fine wine. But then a game like, I don't know. There's this recent game I got called Extermination on PS2, and it's so far I'm liking it. It's kind of a cool game, but it went like for more realistic art style. Then it's like you can see in parts where it like ages terribly. Like you can't, or even like Killzone. Killzone on PS2 looks horrible. Like at times it does look pretty bad. But you know back in the day, that's what you had. It looked realistic as fuck at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you just gotta deal with this. Sometimes nostalgia will just blind you until you go back to it, and then it just devolves.
Mm-hmm.
You just lose it. You lose that magic.
You do lose the magic.
Nostalgia is the closest thing we have to magic.
You think so? What about David Blaine?
That ain't real.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
I feel like David Blaine doesn't do magic. I feel like he does like physical endurance. Like you've seen this thing where he's like just trapped in ice in like New York for like fucking I don't know how long it was, like 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that ain't magic. You torturing yourself. Like,
just physical torture.
Or I think it was Kanye West that he was famous for, but he usually takes like an ice pick and he makes people put it through his arm.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Bruh, that's not magic. He's literally I guess he said he like studied like the anatomy and physiology of the body, and he would make sure that it was in soft spots where like former artists from back in the day where they thought it was magic. It was like, oh, okay, well, I know you won't like make me bleed out if I go here.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who he was with, but someone like had done it wrong and he started bleeding out.
Damn.
Jesus.
Well, that's what you get for playing with your life, but shit.
Yeah, I mean, that is, Christ. Yeah, maybe just don't do that.
Yeah.
That is the solution.
You know who's a real magician? Chris Angel.
Chris Angel, yeah.
When he tried to sell me that magic kit, I almost bought it because I thought, man, I could be Chris Angel too. I remember seeing that. I think it was Chris Angel. I think it was Chris Angel, or maybe I'm getting mixed up with David Blaine. What?
When he tried to sell me the magic kit, you're the same kid that bought the fushigi. Magic.
Yo, I can't take Chris Angel seriously. I just can see the whole emo fit and everything. I just can't. I can't, bro. It reminds me of My Chemical Romance. Like, I just can't.
I forget if I'm combining either him or I think it was Chris Angel where he had Shaq literally like floating across like a house. Like something like that. I was like, yo, I'm convinced. This man's real. This is real magic. He lifted up a fat ass motherfucker like Shaq like over a house.
That reminds me of when I see videos of like when a church goes crazy and the pastor is just getting hung up from the ceiling with cords and shit. And they're like, oh my God.
The Lord is truly here.
Man gets stuck in the air.
Oh, good Lord.
You guys hear about the Spider-Man trilogy going back into theaters? Or, well, all 3 Spider-Men are going back into theaters. So Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, all their movies are going to hit back into theaters.
Damn, I thought it was just the Sam Raimi trilogy. They doing all of them?
I'm pretty sure it's all of them, yeah.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
That'd be hard as hell if they let me know like when it's showing, like, and
I'm
was
pretty
like
sure that's what
specified,
AMC
like,
is
events
doing.
And stuff.
Yeah,
I'd go.
I'd fuck with like a whole like give me the first 3 the Sam Raimi trilogy. Give me all 3 with like intermissions in between, and I'll be down to do like a whole watch along marathon like that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fire. Get some Wawa or something, then like bring some food in the theater.
You said the 3?
Yeah. What? You ain't gonna watch all 3 in the theater?
When's the last time you saw the 3rd one?
Like years.
Oh, actually, yeah, I have no
Mad.
idea.
I know it's
Right,
been
because
over a
I watched the
decade.
first one not that long ago. Actually,
I watched because I was showing someone like the whole like superhero thing and all that, and I rewatched the third movie. Bro, it's not good.
that's the one with Sandman, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
that was a
Venom,
Sandman, Venom,
Emo Peter,
emo Harry.
Green Goblin. fucking-
He said emo Peter. I'm
Green
like, whoa.
Outside Mary Jane's house, baby, ooh, woo woo.
Ooh, woo, ooh. He just smacks her in the dance scene.
That was such a random scene too.
It was. He was just being a straight he was just being a straight asshole, and then just
Hair undone.
goes to the Tower of Spider-Man.
He said flips out to the side. He said what's that?
Where you at?
That's crazy.
See, that third movie's more funny to me, to be honest. Like, even though it's been over a decade, I've watched clips. I'm like, this is way too funny. Like, even though I know it's like objectively, potentially, maybe a little bit, probably the worst one of the trilogy, it's still funny. Like, I would happily watch that.
Offer the gargoyle pose.
Hey,
that's hard with the rain pouring down and all that.
As a kid, when I saw that poster, I was like, nigga, that's hard.
I'm not gonna lie, the
It's
poster
hard.
is crazy. I will agree with that. Posters, wild. You know,
That
actually
joint
go
was
hard.
crazy. I loved Black Suit. That Black Suit, I was like, yo, that's peak Spider-Man.
Did you see that they were selling the original black suit recently?
No.
How
That
much?
shit is busted. Like, that shit is busted as fuck. Like,
What is it? Is it like the Ninja Turtle costumes, or
well,
nowadays?
you
it's
have to
just
think
rapid?
because the design it had the webbing like literally pop out.
Yeah,
So
it's not like
all that
embedded
shit
in it.
broke
It was-
up, so it's all like split
Oh.
off. So it's like peeling off.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
fabric is kind of fucked up a little bit.
Mm.
They probably selling it for like $100K.
Bro, a New York artist about to buy that, and he gonna look just as regular as the other Spider-Man. Like, it looks bad.
That's nuts. You know what movie I actually watched not too long ago was the 2000s X-Men, the Fox X-Men movie. And it actually was not as bad
I
as
like the original movies.
Yeah, the first
I know
first
they're
one.
bad, but they're not that bad.
Yeah, the
You
first
said- I
one wasn't
remember
that bad.
I remember you
at
saying,
all.
like, I can't recommend that shit. He was
Well,
like,
can't,
the
but-
third one, I think you were saying, right? The third, because the first one isn't that bad. The second one is the Nightcrawler one.
First
and
two is fine.
yeah, I forgot what's even in the third one.
I know the third one,
Was that Phoenix related?
Yeah, because Cyclops
Yeah.
died.
Yeah, the
freaking
third one
Xavier
onward. No,
died.
the third
Yeah.
one, no.
Yeah, the first one wasn't that bad at all. Actually, I actually like really messed with that
first
movie.
two was fine.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that at all.
When I saw them as a kid, I thought they were cool. Like, especially as an introduction to X-Men, they're not bad.
First two, First Class.
First Class, I heard Days to Future Past wasn't bad.
Days of Future Past was good.
And
Yeah, that
then-
was all right.
And then after that, Apocalypse, and then Dark Phoenix fucked it up. So
Yeah, those two don't exist.
those two in Last Stand apparently don't exist. And
Actually,
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
you know what's crazy? I don't think I ever watched Apocalypse. I don't think I ever watched that one.
It wasn't good.
Well, I'm not even sold on the front cover because like it's kind of like Apocalypse going like,
I thought
You
it
know.
was a video game.
ooh. That's
I
kinda
really
wild.
did. The
That's
way
kinda
the
wild.
cover was, I was
Yeah.
like, is this a game? I was like, ooh.
Oh, yo, actually, I can see
It's
that being on front cover of, like a 360.
Doesn't it?
That's actually wild. Yo, you're right. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I can actually picture that. I can see that. Yeah.
Because Wolverine X-Men Origins was for the Xbox. I had that shit. Hardest game ever. I hope they redo that game.
Yeah, didn't they like snap on that game for no reason at all?
Snap.
That's
Yeah.
why-
Fucking snap.
That's why I'm hoping that when that Wolverine game come out,
Yeah.
it's made by the same people, made by Insomniac, same people did Spider-Man. It's gonna be in good hands. It's probably gonna be M-rated too.
That's
Come
the
on.
hope. That's
Give
the
us
hope.
good-
Yeah, just don't do the whole like don't give me a Deadpool game from the Deadpool movie. Have y'all played the Deadpool game?
Well,
I actually did a little bit on my stepdad's like PS4. I remember playing that a little bit, but I didn't make it far at all.
I feel like it was cool, but it was like joke simulator.
Yeah, I thought it was more so just like a gag kind of
Yeah.
thing, not an actual like action adventure. Like one of those things where like it intentionally was designed not to take itself seriously.
It reminded me of Duke Nukem Forever.
Like it's more about the jokes and the gameplay's pretty kind of whack.
Yeah, the gameplay's trash. Like we
Yeah.
don't remember shit, but like
remember- I
we remember
remember-
the mini jokes that were low key good.
Yeah, I remember watching a playthrough and I was like, okay, this is cool if you're a Deadpool fan, but the game just looks boring. Like it's just like a generic hack and slash. Which oh well,
No.
can't really do much about it.
Right. Did you guys see that they're doing Epic Mickey rebrushed is what it's called? Like
Doing a redo?
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Bro,
a
when am I gonna get
remaster,
my
I think, is
Kingdom
what
Hearts
it's
Mickey?
technically called. A remaster.
Yeah,
What's the difference between a remaster and like a
remake? So
remake.
A remaster is more like, hey, I just took this. Okay, so here's a good example. Ratchet and Clank, the whole trilogy. They remastered it on the PS3 and just bunched it up as a trilogy. It's the same exact game, but now it's in HD. Now it looks pretty for the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't change any of the visuals. They didn't change any of the gameplay. But then you take something like Shadow of the Colossus. That game was also on PS2, and it did get a remaster on PS3, but on PS4, there was a whole remake.
Yeah.
And it's like beautiful visuals, like they changed up like a little bit of the gameplay, and it looks beautiful all around. Like if a remake is a whole different change, like whether it be graphics or even by gameplay. A remaster is just taking the same thing, but just like prettying it up a little bit.
So with the Ratchet and Clank newer one, which basically redid the first one, would that be a remaster?
That's a remake.
Oh, remake. Okay.
Yeah. So because it looks way different from the original game because it looks way better. It's got
remake is totally new.
Yeah, remake is completely new. They borderline build it from ground up.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they literally build it from scratch. Okay, then I'm not entirely sure if it's remake or remaster because I don't know if they're building it up from scratch. Because like I'm praying if they do this correctly, they're gonna fix the camera angles that like plagued that game.
Was it bad?
Yeah, the camera angles. And like that was one of the few games I remember like my brother and I like we played together. Like we would watch each other like play the game just because like it was so easy, so simple, you know. And like plus like platformers, like that was like kind of our bread and butter, like so to speak. But yeah, the camera angles, it was let me see if I could picture it. So imagine if like you were Mickey and you were underneath this table, the camera would be like stuck right here, you know, kind of thing. And it's just like, oh damn, I can't see Mickey, you know. Yeah, that's so. Hopefully they fix that. I would imagine.
You have a game where it's like a remake came out and you're like, yeah, or like, yeah, like, because I'm trying to think of like any game that got remade that I'm like, yeah, I fuck with this heavy, or like, oh, this was such a disappointment. This is horrible.
I know you did. You played the Crash.
Yeah,
games.
the Crash Bandicoot remakes are damn near perfect. Like they changed up a little bit of the controls, which kind of like messes with you if you're an OG fan, but those were like straight up 1-to-1 like remakes, and they look beautiful. Like if I would give that game to my kid, like 100%. Like I'm an old head. I love the PS1 games to death. I just recently replayed like the whole trilogy 100%. So I'm a true gamer. but the remakes are good. Like they're pretty good. They're pretty faithful.
Ratchet and Clank ones are good as well. I played both of them. They were solid. And you go up the difficulty if you don't want to do the Baba stuff.
Baba mode. I've been itching to play the whole trilogy. I want to get them games.
Yeah, for the Ratchet and Clank.
Because I beat the first game like 2 times, but I never beat Going Commando. I never beat Up Your Arsenal.
Oh, really?
I've heard they're fantastic.
I think those
at least play those, and then you see the difference because the remake is very different. Because again, it's only like the first 2 games, so it hasn't gone that deep. But I don't know. Those are like the bread and butter of the series, in my opinion. That's
those are like the installments.
Like I always did Jack and Daxter 1, like the first one, like the precursor Legacy. But that's like Jack 2 and 3. For me.
Like I imagine they probably have to be in the PS2's like top 25 games, to be honest.
I can see.
Like, and they're like borderline interchangeable in terms of the quality that's presented in both of them. But yeah, no, that's definitely a series that's worth like. Yeah, I would check that out too.
Yeah, I mean, this is a side note. You know how like all the titles in that games are like, you know, like Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal, a Crack in Time. I think it's kind of a pseudo innuendo.
All right, come on now, bro. Don't do that.
Shout outs to Super Gaming Brothers and the homie Elliot, because he said, it's like, oh, what is your, like, what would you guys call one? And he said, blowing the job. And I fucking lost my shit. He said, blowing the job. That would have been a perfect title. Because there's the original series, but then there's the future series. A Crack in Time was originally going to be called Clock Blockers.
Oh, come on, no. All right, see, I thought you was just making a joke, but if they're doing it,
Originally, it was going to be called Clock Blockers, but they changed it because they were like, no, you can't do that.
Did they have one called Size Matters?
Yeah, it does. Size Matters. There you go.
They've been doing this.
Yeah, they thought about it. This is pre-planned.
God, I love those. Maybe keep going.
Definitely. So to wrap things up, is there a certain entity or IP that you guys want to see just remake, revisit, remaster, whatever it might be, a reboot in 2024 or even in the upcoming years?
God damn it, Naughty Dog. Get off Last of Us's dick. Remake Jack, bruh. Come on. Do Jack.
Yeah,
dang, actually,
that'd be hard.
Yeah, you're kind of carrying with that one, yeah.
Either Jack or Sly. Come on. Oh, Sly's Sucker
Jack,
Punch.
all the way.
Sucker Punch, they doing good with Ghost of Tsushima. Y'all doing good, so I don't need a Sly remake.
Yeah.
But Jack, though, we need Jack. Jack needs to be back.
Jack needs to be back.
He needs to be back, man.
And that's going to be the tagline, too. Jack is back. You already know.
Back.
That's literally all it's going to be.
It's all, bro, y'all could print money if y'all do it right.
Mm-hmm. That's fact. How about you, Amir? Any IPs from childhood that you would like to see kind of brought into a new light or new lens?
Game, movie.
Yeah, whatever it might be.
Maybe your favorite book, Vampire Todd.
It's Vladimir Todd. Fuck off.
I'm sorry.
It's like Cirque the Freak.
Vladimir Todd, I'm sorry.
This man blowing my shit. He's blowing my shit. You know what? It's underrated and it's ass revisiting. But I like a solid Ghost Rider game.
Okay.
That would be cool.
Something solid. I know they came out Midnight Suns recently and that has Ghost Rider in it. But that's a strategy game. Don't play me.
Yeah,
I want a full-on good classic hero game. I miss a remake of Hulk Ultimate Destruction. Would be nasty.
Actually, that's a good
my
one.
answer. Yeah.
That'd be nasty.
I had to think about it. I had to talk it out.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, yeah, that's a filthy one right there. That would be really good.
God, bro.
That'd be hard. Look,
I want to play that game again now, bro.
He's itching to play it right now.
Mm-hmm. About to go home right now. Not going to work.
Fuck work.
Fuck work. I'm
What's
playing
that for?
How about you? What do you want remake?
That's honestly a tough one just because there's a lot of good IPs. I mean, honestly, I know we technically got one for Teen Titans, but I would love to see just a brand new Teen Titans. And I'm not talking about I want it to be animated, right? And I want it to be DC animated movies style, right? But I want a whole series based on that.
I'd even take a Young Justice animation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be a pretty sick one to bring back up too. I think honestly, any kind of superhero show that's some that you can easily. I shouldn't say easily, but some that you can do with a higher success rate than most other IPs. I would imagine. So I think that would be really cool. Or a Justice League Unlimited or Justice League cartoon. Ooh. I'd like to see that. That would be pretty crazy. Especially with Batman's current design and DC animation, I'm yo, he's kind of filthy, bro. He's kind of filthy. So no, hopefully, some really good remakes, reboots, remasters, all coming up in the year 2024, and hopefully plenty more in the upcoming years as well. If you want to see us do another one of these episodes, let us know in the comments, and we'll drop some more. Talk about some current day nostalgia in 2024. But thank you all so much for listening and watching. As always, we appreciate you so very much. Until next time, peace out, remembers.
Give him a kiss on the ear. Remember When is a Sweet Recording production. Check them out at suiterecording.com.
Intro and outro created by our very own John.
Subscribe, listen, and remember to review wherever you are on social media. Thanks for listening.